What's going on? Welcome back to the People's Channel. Hope you're doing well. And in today's video, we want to talk about two fantastic projects. I think you know what they are. Stick around for those. But first, let me give you a quick market update. No BS, straight to the point. There are two scenarios, okay? Reject, okay, and retest the lower level, flip the current level into support, and we continue with the current momentum. All right, very, very simple. Of course, most people are scared because it's the weekend and we do have a couple of resistances, but there are just one or two scenarios that can happen here. All right, and you can see on the hourly we are attempting. On the weekly, things look the same. You know, we've had that insane move to come out of this crazy channels, but of course, you've got to be cautious. You've got to, you know, many people will start confusing you. We are macro investors, of course, and we stick with the plan. But anyway, I came here for a different kind of conversation. Now, let's have a look at these projects that I want to talk about. The first one is Arweave. Arweave. I love the name, by the way. But this project has one of the best founders in crypto. I think he's absolutely fantastic. And we're talking about permanent storage on the web. Now, comparing this project to the competitors, we can of course look into that. But there is also IO, a hyper-parallel computer, a decentralized supercomputer built on Arweave's permanent storage blockchain. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you look at something like this, like I've been telling the community, okay, you buy fundamentally strong projects, you hold them over time, and time again, you make very, very good money. Now, why do I think Arweave is a good buy? From a fundamental standpoint, this is the weekly chart. But if we look into the daily chart here, okay, Arweave has been totally undervalued. The market cap here is at $400 million. And you can see here, we are at the historically low levels for this asset going all the way back to November 2023. So from a value, from a you know, risk to reward aspect, because this project has all the tokens out, okay, when we look at Arweave's tokenomics, what we see here is 400 million fully diluted, 36 million, all the good exchanges got listed on Kraken as well. And you've got a 65 million tokens in circulation. All right. So what are the strategies before, of course, everybody knows Arweave, you know, I don't want to waste too much time, but what you have here is, this was the announcement of AO. So the price went from $7, okay, and it topped at around $47. Previous all-time high was $90. So ask yourself this question: what is smart money going to do when big money is fishing for projects to rotate into? They would look at what's undervalued, okay, and they would look at these undervalued, kind of like the oldest DEPIN project in existence. And I genuinely believe, in terms of this guy here, I think he's got, you know, he's got everything figured out. I mean, sometimes we look at founders, we buy into kind of like scammy projects. Sometimes this guy is a real pioneer in this space. Okay, so for me, in terms of building on Arweave lets you build quickly and simply with permanent storage. You can store anything from files to fully decentralized web applications. Now, the permaweb is full stack on the decentralized web applications on Arweave. It offers everything you need to host. Again, think of a supercomputer. Think of ICP, and to a large extent, think of Filecoin. Think of their market caps, and think of where this ecosystem is right now, okay? And this is AO, the decentralized supercomputer built on top of Arweave. And of course, AO is basically, like, a lot of people don't understand, Autonomous Finance is dedicated research technology entity focusing on the intricacies of financial infrastructure. Now, what are people doing? They're buying shit AI agents, okay? So this is going to be, for me anyway, in terms of like for developers, for, you know, there's a segment where he talks about Wall Street, and I really, really do kind of recommend, like in terms of what the idea is here, from the documentation standpoint, you know, AO, which is, by the way, super undervalued. And we'll talk about AO's tokenomics and current value. But it's a decentralized computing system where countless parallel processes interact within a single cohesive environment. Each process operates independently, yet they are seamlessly connected through native message passing layers, similar to how websites form the World Wide Web, okay? So at the end of the day, like, you know, a lot of people don't kind of get this, why I talk about, like, fundamentally, like, you're buying a piece, like, it's kind of like an immutable internet, right? ICP, supercomputer, that went into the billions, right? Before it was rugged by SBF, initially after launching that at $400. So you've got to look at what's undervalued, what no one's talking about. And when season hits, believe me, these sort of things really, really kind of take off. Now, of course, mainnet has launched in February. So this is a very, very new project. Phase 1, mainnet is the core. This is 100% fair launch. All right. In fact, you could hold AR and had the airdrop for AO. So basically, there's of course there's a lot more to read in terms of what it does, but think of this as the foundational immutable internet, okay, where you can actually have lots of different things built on top of this and executed pretty amazingly and seamlessly, okay. So what are the use cases, okay? So here's some use cases for AR and AO. Now, welcome to the Perma pages. Create and manage your own permanent Web3 profile and built on Arweave, okay? So, you know, log into your Arweave wallet. And this is what I love about this ecosystem, because it's actually generating real life revenue and is very competitive pricing wise, okay? So that's, you know, you can do that. And of course, you can you see here the first permanent cloud network, and Arweave is the one. Now, of course, you know, a lot of companies are building on Arweave, the likes of Instagram, okay? Decentralized AI, social platforms, and file storage. So it's not just what I consider to be, you know, it's not just for one angle, right? Web3 gaming, side apps, oracles, blockchains. Now, we've already, you know, we've talked about Bitenso Tau, and I believe Tau in 5 years' time, when Tau is like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, you'd be able to tell your kids, yeah, I bought Tau at 300 or 200 or 150 or $70. I believe there's projects that could follow you into the future. And this looks like one of them, okay? You got to do your own research, guys, of course. But what I'm seeing here is a team that is well capable, okay, both for Arweave and AO, that is able to execute, okay, a bunch of, as we call them, clever boffins. The AO supercomputer is basically, you know, there's a lot of technicalities, but you can see this is very, 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 very well built, okay? It's very well built, very well researched, and of course, Arweave is trusted by the likes of Meta, Metaplex, Mirror, and Instagram, and so on and so on, of course. And you can explore the ecosystem as well. I'm not, like, when it comes to this sort of thing, I do believe creators have the, what do you call it, the responsibility to kind of diversify these projects. You know, Sui, Tau, Arweave, AO, these types of heavily built cryptocurrencies, you can always hold them. You could hold Solana for multiple cycles. Where do you see most millionaires in crypto? They talk about 2016, 2017, 2020, 2021, 2015. But most people want to get rich quick. And in the process of doing so, they lose everything. Why? Because they are not adding any diversity of what I consider to be quality projects that are going to be with you regardless of a bear market. How good would you feel? How good would you feel if your project completely retraced, but you knew the next time round, this thing is going to be picked up by whales? That's why it's very important to diversify, guys. And anyway, please look into it. None of this is financial advice. Of course, anything I say is just purely for entertainment and information purposes. Now, this has a max supply of 21 million. So there's minting, but total supply 3.8 million, circulating supply, market cap 47 million. And the supercomputer is at a price of $12. And of course, all-time market cap, when it came out, went to about 70 million. Now, of course, we've got the likes of Tau, Cubic, a few other AI projects as well. So you've got to really diversify. But this is more of the comparison for me. Look, let's look at Filecoin, right? People are selling new. Like, majority of projects are, for me, not fundamentally going to be around for 5 years, okay? But I know Filecoin will, okay? I think, the likes of Bitensa Tau, AO, definitely Arweave, these will all be around. But if you really think about Filecoin's market cap right now is 1.77 billion. All-time high. I mean, this was swimming around that 20 billion market cap, okay? And let's look at ICP. ICP for Arweave, yeah, see, 2.6 billion, okay? This is a super early ecosystem. Thank me later. Let me know what you think in the comments. Look, I could talk about this all day long, but I want you to do your further research. Take anything I say as an inspiration to conduct more research. And let me know in the comments, are you bullish on the Arweave ecosystem? Are you understanding the utility of certain projects to actually last beyond a pull on a bear market, right? So ultimately, you've got to make that choice, but I am here to bring that information. Smack the like button. That's a new one. Smack the hell out of the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. God bless you all. Take care and stay safe, because the weekend is coming.